Now in this video, I want to talk about the sampler and the sampling edit function in MPC and Machine to make a comparison. My last video I did a comparison of the song form, which is really important and really different between the two devices, two softwares that is. So look, let's go over this. I've got the MPC here, I've got the Machine up, both at the same time. So let's look at this. I'm going to go to preferences. I'll press command and I'll hold on command and press comma, and it opens up my preference folder. Of course, you can see that right here under settings in the MPC. Now, once I get here, I've got my output, and here I've got my input, which is my MacBook Pro microphone. Now, my sample rate is going to be set to 44.1 hertz. I've got a buffer size of 64, which is 1.5 seconds. Buffer size deals with, I want to make sure my system uses its power mainly just for this sampling in or my recording my voice internally, right? And the bigger this becomes, not 44.1, but 96 hertz, that is a lot of sample. That's a huge file. I'm not trying to make big files. You want to keep it, I keep mine down to 44.1, 48 is good. That's good enough too. Now here, of course, my latency, dealing with when I talk, how long does it take for the computer to hear it, analyze it, make a file, and play it back to me? That's pretty fast right there. That's like 1.5. That's ridiculously quick. And great software. So let's get out of this one. I can also test. Make sure I can hear it. Quit that. Let's look at the Machine. And here it is right here. Now here in Machine, I want to do the same thing. I'll press command and I'll press comma again. I open up the preferences window. I got here to audio. I got my core here, got built-in right here. My built-in audio is right there, which is kind of cool. In this case, I'm going to use this. Boom, boom, boom. This is good too. This works as well, as you can see that. But I'm going to go right to here. I'm going to do built-in and make it easier. That's built-in right there, much easier. And now what I want to do here while doing this is I want to make sure I'm at 44.12. I can go to 96K here too as well. I can reduce my buffer size to this little fader right here, we'll call that, I guess. And 64, I can go to 32. I get to 32, look at this. Latency is this much. Wow, and it's 0.7 milliseconds. If I go to 64, it's around the same, 1.5. So these softwares do work pretty much in the same way. My input here is the microphone, as it says right there. No way to push a test button, but it's obvious it's here. And as I do talk, you'll see here in the upper right-hand corner, you see me talking, and this controls the audio input or output right here, or just to hear back the playback for us. Now, let's go back to the MPC. Here it's simple. I'm here. I want to go to sampler. I get in the sampler. I go right here in my sampler. We'll see that my voice is coming in here, obviously. I've already set it up for mono. I didn't want to be stereo, so I went to mono, of course. And so now that's just one input, essentially, but making a bigger file, pretty much. And if I want to sample past this threshold level, I would say, okay, I'm going to keep it right about here. And when I get louder, it will start to sample once I cross that level. I can arm the sample right here. And now once I start talking louder, it starts to sample. You'll see the numbers go by here in terms of minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. I want to stop it. I'll press stop right here. Once I do, I see my file here. Now I can keep it as a new sample. I can put it into a program. I can assign it to a pad. I can have a root note. I can save it. I can play it. Louder, it starts to sample. You'll see the numbers go by. I can discard it. I can keep it, or I can edit the sample. Pretty simple stuff. So I'll just get rid of that. No need to keep that one at all. I don't see it gone. To watch this, I go back here, sample edit. I don't see it no more. I go back to here, it's gone. So actually, it's actually gone, but it was still looking like it was there. Now let's go back to here. And now we're going to be here inside of Machine. And here in Machine, it works somewhat the same way, similar. So I want to make sure I have an input, so it has to be internal. And then we see it come here. There's our threshold level. I'm at minus 10.9 dB. It's here in detect mode. It's going to detect my voice. Internal, of course, is going to master input, which is actually my microphone. I come to here. It's waiting. Okay, I got louder, and now it did it. I can press stop to stop the recording. I do, it's a stereo file here, right? Somewhat of a stereo file, but it's the same file here. I can just squash to being mono. But the same idea applies here. I can keep it or not. In this case, I'm not going to keep it. Or I can come to edit right here, edit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to press Command Z, and it's gone. Now, as you can see, there is no difference in sampling whether using an MPC or the machine. Now, this has to deal with the current version, of course, which means the MPCX, XSE, MPC1, MPC1 Plus, MPC Live, MPC Live 2, or any of the machines, because all the machines are currently just controllers for the software. Just need to have the current software, but they both sample the same way. They do the same thing, and the samples are just the same quality. Not much about that. But there's a difference, though, with the editing. In our next video, we'll look at how to edit samples and how they differ in the MPC and machine. And also, please join us here in YouTube. If you join, you'll see when our videos come out. Also, it'll help us to make more videos. The more people that join, we have a reason to keep making more videos. Any questions, hit me up below. I'll see you in the next video.